Bhargav, you're talking something because you're on mute actually.
Yeah, hi. Sorry. So I've just recorded the session now. Okay. Now
Okay.
you got a clear understanding about what is SC16, what is SC16E, and what is SM30. All those concepts. We also understood about the difference between them. You understood about executable programs. Okay. You will never use SC93 to create any transactions as such, but you will be responsible in setting up authorization objects for a specific transaction. Is this clear? Yes, no?
Yes, Bhargav.
Now let me explain about SA38 and SA38 related authorizations. Then finally cover up how do you set authorizations for a customized transaction if given. Then we will understand all the scenarios in detail. But for this, the main concept that you should have running at the back of your mind is about how to run trace that we have discussed in the earlier sessions. We have discussed about ST trace, ST01, and SU53 list of transactions. I hope you got a clear understanding about that, right? With that having background, we will be covering these concepts. Next. First of all, I've told you in the yesterday session about how you have some programs which can be directly executable at SA38. Every transaction is linked to a program. Not every program is executable at SA38. There are some programs only that is executable at SA38 that I have shown you yesterday as well. In real time as well, most of the in real time most of the transaction sorry in real time for SA38 also we will have restrictions. So SA38 will give you the privilege of I'm 1 minute. SA38 will give you the privilege of executing a report. Now this will be basically given to end users in most of the scenarios, but please always remember, even if it is a report like this, even if it is a real report like this, in real time they will never ever give SA38 access and give access to a program or report here. Rather what they do is they build a customized transaction for this, and I give the customized transaction to them. Is this clear to you? And for your understanding, even I have developed a customized transaction also and asked you to restrict it if you remember, like this one where it gives access to a table directly. Here he executes a table and gives, right? Likewise for a report also, for let's say SA38. And here if I try to execute the program, this is directly giving access to a program. See, so they, in real time, what they do is they try to develop a customized transaction for this report. Okay, I'm trying to create one and testing. So, so you need not do this, but you should understand how to give access to this. Just I will sum up all this concept discussed so far with you. Okay, so. So basically what I did was I created this specific transaction. User will be executing this transaction and see he got this thing. So in real time, what we will do is we will give access to those transaction directly. So this is the transaction, okay, where the user is able to execute it directly. Got it? So I came to main screen, and if I give the transaction also, you'll be able to execute like this. Got it? So two things you have learned so far. What are the two things you learned so far? What are the two things that you learned so far? In yesterday's and today's session, I'm summing it up for you. So please make a note. This is really, really very, very important session that we have discussed yesterday and today. So in real time, the first and the foremost thing that you understood is end users will be able to see the tables using transaction SC16 and SC16N or SC16N. Is this clear? Or in most of the cases, SM30 will be given in very, I mean, it is almost negligible that for any end user, we won't be giving SM30. What can a user do using SC16 and SC16N is he can view a table and display data. If the user has access to SM30, he can even edit the table. One thing that should run in the back of your mind is all tables are not editable. Only some of the tables are editable, means you can append some lines. Is this clear to you or not?
Yes.
Second point. Second point. Let us assume. No, the second point, what I want to make you clear is you have understood two important concepts revolving around this. What are the two concepts? How do you restrict access to a table with two authorization objects, s underscore tabu underscore dis and s underscore tabu underscore dam? And you have understood how you can restrict a table using an authorization group and a table. And we have at length in detail discussed on how to restrict access to a specific table as well. And we have discussed two scenarios which will happen in real time. Hope those concepts are very much clear to you, right? Yes or no?
Yes, Vargo.
Now, even though in real time they might give access to a table, instead of SC16 or 16N, they will give access via a customized transaction. The best example of a direct access to a table is MF36 transaction. In MF36 transaction, where you can directly edit a table like this. You can click on new enter and add details. Okay. See, this can be accessed using SC16 also, but the recommended approach is giving access through a transaction. Hope this is clear. Now, if in a landscape they are not matured enough and they give access to a table using SC16 only, then you restrict it with the two authorization objects. What are those? Tabu dis or tabu nam. We mainly restrict use directly using tabu nam, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, assume, please understand. So I am logging into ECC. ECC is a bit primitive. Let me log in into ECC. Now, please pay attention. Now, Mahmood, now, see, you can do this as a assignment. Now, understand. You should give access to MF36 and make sure that the user should be restricted properly. And if I go to PFCG, I'm just giving MF36. Okay, MF36. And if I go to single screen, here I add MF36 and again give transaction MF36. Now, I'll ask you a question. How do you maintain the values of tabu dis? Lin you ignore. Lin is not required. How do you maintain the values of tabu dis? You need to maintain some values of tabu dis, right? Yeah.
Taboo dis, I think we can deactivate, and by checking the SE93, we can maintain the
Yeah. Now,
table
now
value
you are right. I'm not saying you're 100% right. I'll give every time a measurement, and you're not even 90%. You're 100% right. Now there is no tabu nam over here. What would be your next step? You're right.
We go to SU 24 and we add
Super.
the
You're coming to the right
check.
point. Nice. You go to SU93 first. You're right. And over here for MF36, we will see the view or table that we have. See, if at all, if you want to give access at the tabo disk only, just assuming the case, how do you give? Copy this view name, go to SC16, identify the authorization group specific to this table or view. Sorry, table or view, you get the authorization group. What is that? Let me 08SC93. Just observe this, copy this, and you give the table name, execute it. You observe the authorization group, maintain the same authorization group over here. Okay, of course, what you said is right. It will not only give access to this table, it will give access to a set of tables. So if I click on MA, here it will give me it will give access to all these tables. But just understand one more scenario. In real time, this is via not you are giving access via MF36. It is not through a SC16 you are giving access, right? So even though the user has access to multiple tables, he will not be able to execute. You're understanding my point? Hello?
No, Bhargava, I didn't understand the last
See,
point. Mm.
how I'm giving access to a table? How am I giving access? Is it through SC16 I'm giving access or through a transaction?
Through the transaction.
Through a transaction MF36.
Hmm.
User, see, did you understand why we need to build a transaction even if it is a custom table? Because if you even maintain restrictions at SM30, that would be more than enough because the user will not have access to SC16 or SC16 or SM30. He can only execute MF36.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Got it?
Hmm.
He can only execute MF36 and do the whatever things he need. So it's okay if you maintain taboo disk. That's it. I hope
Okay.
you
Okay.
understood now itself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you give access via XC16N, what you said is right. You should give maintain at rest to taboo NAM only.
Okay.
So let us say a business has built a customized table. Business has built a customized. Let us assume that business has built a customized table. Let us assume this is SC16N, or you can go to SC16 also. Let us assume business has built a customized table. Let us say I'll give Z star and see if there is a customized table or not. These are all the customized tables. Okay, there is Z603 quotation. How can you give access to this specific table? Either through through
SE16
or through a customized
custom.
transaction. Please
Custom.
understand. I hope you understood the concept. In real time,
Mhm.
what they will do is they build a custom. You did not please don't worry about how to build this. You will not be your responsibility is to only make sure that you provide restrictions through it. Okay.
Okay. And if that is a custom transaction, we usually have to restrict only in taboo underscore dis.
When it is only built on a table,
Okay.
how do you check it? How do you check it? SC93 only.
SE93.
Got it? I hope you understood it clearly right now, right? I gave an enough examples, enough things, but let me build a thing like this for you and explain this. Is it boring, interesting? Are you able to understand?
It's interesting, Bhargav. I went through the entire recording yesterday, so
Yeah, yeah.
understood
So,
it.
yeah. It's all continuational. If you miss one session, it will be very confusing, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
let me see if that is okay. Let me build a customized transaction. I want you to give restrictions on this. They're created properly. See, don't waste your time on understanding SC93, how to build customized transactions, all this. Because at this point in time, your concentration should be completely on maintaining authorization, objects creating role, SU24, all this. Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
And Bhargav, can we see my yesterday's assignment and
Yeah, yeah. Let me complete this total
mm,
thing.
Bhargav, even if it is a custom transaction, it is fine. We maintain the restriction at tabu underscore nam, right? Instead of this.
Right. You're right. But it again depends. I told you the scenario, right? If it is you give access through to this, then it's fine. If you give access through transaction, then it is fine, right? Okay. We'll not even waste time on this. So yesterday, I hope that I have built some customized transactions also, like ZMF 36 display. This one I have built, right?
Yeah, this is the one.
Oh, this is ECC. That is the reason I am. Okay. You understood, right? Why I wasted a lot of time here. I hope you got it now, right? There's some issue with ECC. Let us go to SC90. We'll go to SC16 and see if there is any customized table for us. Build there. Yeah, these are some of the customized tables. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Leave all this. Now you understood the concept, right, of how SA38 works, and I'll see if there is anything created here. Or otherwise, yeah, there is some. Okay, there is something here. So there is so what I'll do is I'll give you an assignment today. Okay. On SA38, SC16, SA16, and now if there is a transaction, all those concepts you understood, I need not repeat again and again. And you restrict it via using S underscore tabu is tabu name. And for a customized transaction also, you will build up. If there is a customized transaction, if you can restrict it top disk only. No need to restrict it at top one. Provided what should run on the back of your mind, the user should not have access to SC16 or SC16N. Okay.
Okay.
If the user has access to transaction, customized transaction in SC16 means he can execute any tables if you restrict it a taboo disk. Okay.
Okay.
You should check that also if you on your restrictions. Now I will create a transaction for you. You should restrict it. Now this is transaction. Make a note of it. Z underscore tr underscore uploader. This is the transaction that I'm creating for you. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
It is in S4 only, not ECC. Then I'm giving this, or let me give the report directly. And so this, now this is a make a note of it. Z underscore tr underscore uploader. Now when I execute it, I get the screen directly. Okay. Now for this specific transaction, you should first set SU24. You go to SU24, and for
Mhm.
this transaction, ZGT uploader, if I execute, there will be nothing. Here you should set this. Now, how do you maintain authorization objects? If you go to SC93 and if you display on this transaction, what is this? This is directly, it is giving access to a program. Likewise, yesterday what you did for ZUSR02 or something, you went and you gave access to this table. So you understood that it is a table, or MF36, you understood a view, and you gave access at SC16N and restricted it. And if you are giving access to this transaction directly, how would you restrict it? At a taboo disk only, you can restrict it provided the user doesn't have SC16 or SC16N. Hope this is clear, right? Now,
Mhm.
but whereas this transaction, if you observe what is this? This is giving access to a program. It's giving access to a program like VA01. This is giving access to a program. So how do you restrict that? How do you restrict that? If it gives access to your program, how will you restrict that? First thing, as a security admin, what you should do? First, observe the nature of the transaction. Display it. Now, you copy this program and execute in SA38. See, I'm going a bit deep in S30 to execute this. You are able to execute the program nicely. You are executing the program nicely. Likewise, I'll give an example also for S and in SC93 only. Let us see for VA01. You have this program. Can you execute it in SA38? Tell me. If you execute it, let's see what happens. It is not an executable program. Is this clear, Mahmoud?
Okay.
So what do I mean by not executable? See, this is a program that does operations. When you observe this size, this sort of program, then for this program, let us say you have a customized transaction for this. Okay, let us assume what I'll do is in SA93, let us assume this is a customized thing that I'm developing it. Create ZV and create it. Okay. Create. This is just an assumption. There will be nothing like this. Now, it will not get executed just because I maintain VA0 program, that will not get executed. Just remember that. Okay. So first thing what you should do if somebody asks you to execute to give restrictions for a customized transaction having a program. Okay. Where do you check in SC93? You check it. In SC93, you check it. Okay. In SC93, you check. For ZV, you check it and you see a program. Likewise, you check it for ZZMR test report and you execute it, you check a program. Okay.
Okay.
After seeing the program, copy this program and you execute it in SA38. Okay.
Okay. Why are we executing in
So yeah, when
SA38?
you execute in SA38, if you have a report like this, or if you are able to execute in SA38,
Uh,
then it is an executable program at SA38 level. It is not something which cannot be executed like a transaction that you do in VA01 or something like that. Is that clear? First.
oh,
Now
okay.
this,
But do we actually check in SC93 itself once again with this program and see if it is a transaction, or we directly go to SA38 and check?
you go to SA38 and check, that's it. Otherwise, let us assume that you execute this report. It is not an
Mm-hmm.
executable program. It will just simply throw program is not an executable program. Okay. If it is an executable program like this only, you can do it over here. Got it? Understood?
Okay.
I hope this is too very much clear to you. Now, if it is,
And
let
what
me,
happens in the case of MF36 transaction? Do we execute the program here too? Like a some
MF13 gives you an access to a table, right?
yeah table.
So where will you, tables cannot be executed here. That will be in SC16 or 16N only, right? If it is a
Okay, so
table,
how do
then
we?
I told you the, if it is a table, I
So how?
told you the approach, right?
Yeah, yeah. So in case the tables are not maintained, then only we try to execute in SA38.
See, you should understand it here only in SC93. If it is a table program like this, you will have here transaction SC16 or SM30 and that viewer table name. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If it is a program, you understood the difference, right? There will be a program name directly. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if it is a program, you should check for the authorization group of this program and maintain it in a, see, understand. Try to draw an analogy.
Mm-hmm.
For tables, it is s underscore tabu underscore dis and s underscore tabu underscore nam. For programs, it is s underscore program and s underscore program.
Okay. Okay.
So let us see if at all, if a user has access to, let me first, let me first, I will check both these assignments on Monday. Okay. So first see, let me try to develop a user, z colon test underscore SA38. I build a single role in SA38. And after building a single role, here there are two things, program and program.
Okay.
If I give access to authorization group star, then all the programs will be executed. Okay. But if I disable it over here, I give all the actions as full authorization, and if I only give this to a user and ask him to execute it, let us say the user test 001. Let us see. By any chance, remember test 001 password?
Welcome 789.
Yeah, thank you. So he has access to this. Let us see, let us try to execute one more program, something like PFCG Maswell, whether he's able to execute or not. He is not able to execute. But whereas this specific thing he's able to do. Understood.
Okay.
Now, there are two things that I want to mention you. Two assignments I'll give you. Please make a note of it. All the assignments I'll check in the first session of Monday, and in second session I'll continue with user administration concept. The first assignment for you is for the customized transaction ZZMR which I have given you, maintain SU24 and maintain the authorization object, fetch it at the role level, and maintain proper restrictions at the role level so that the user will be able to execute that transaction with a specific thing. Second assignment is how do you identify authorization group specific to a how do you identify authorization group specific to a program? That is your second assignment. Okay. Just like TDAT, do you have any other table where you can view that? You should also find it. These two assignments, you do it and come to me. Okay.
Okay.
Monday, I'll check both the assignments and we will conclude the concepts in first 10 minutes only. Then we'll start with user administration. Okay. Bye.
Okay.